Yo, what's up, guys? Grinder here once again with another video coming straight at you. Today we're gonna be working on basic airfield comms. Uh, we're gonna do a little bit of TACAN. That's what we're gonna be doing. It's gonna be simple, basic startup, real quick startup, no checklist, none of that crazy stuff, right? So what the goal here is to basically get people, new people, the newer people coming in here and at least understanding what they need to do or what they should be saying, right? Obviously, wherever you take off, you'll know that because you can hit F10 and find out where you are. You can find out where you are in the F10 map. Um, okay, I'm set. You can find out where you are in the F10 map if you hover over the airport, and that will tell you where you are. It'll give you basic information like TACAN information. If you don't, and we're going to be talking about TACAN today, right? How to get from one place to another, from one airport to another. How are you going to do that in the F-18, right? And um, what are you going to say like when you get into a server online? What are you going to say, right? If you have SRS, or if you're using the implemented comms in the that come with DCS. I don't know how well that's working, and I really don't know how to use that yet. I haven't even tried it. I'm still using SRS. So um yeah, simple comms. Like, it should be, who do you want to talk to, right? So the airport, who you are, your modex. For example, I'm 300. And what do you want to do? Those are the things you want to think about before you push the button to say anything. Who do I want to talk to? Who you are, and what you want to do, right? Or what are you asking permission to do if there's ATC or whatever, right? Um, those are the main things you want to focus on, okay? Just getting it out. A lot of people, even for me in the beginning, it was a little bit. I felt a little dumb saying the stuff that I needed to say. But again, right? You're not gonna ever learn if you don't try it. So start little by little bit. Tell it to yourself, Um, it's gonna be fine. At the end of the day, it's not that hard, right? I think it becomes hard when you're in a big airport and you're getting instructions from ATC and they're telling you, hey, taxi via, let's say, Foxtrot, Echo, Delta, Charlie, whatever, right? When they give you that many taxiways, um, it might be a little bit hard to read back. But again, before you make that call, see what the taxiways are, right? So you can go on your knee board, right? And you can look for the airport chart. Don't mind all these stuff; these don't matter. But we're at Coboletti, right? So we got you got the charts, you got everything you need, right? So if you look here, we're right here. So we're located in the South Apron, okay? Sierra is this whole taxiway. So that's Sierra. Then we got Charlie here, okay? We got November up here. We got Echo here. We got Alpha here, okay? We got Bravo here, okay? So everything is telling you, right? So if you're gonna go, hey, I need to go to 25, right? This is a really easy example. I need to go to runway 25, right? So chances are they're going to tell you, hey, taxi via Sierra Alpha, hold short 25, okay? You know, that's literally what you're going to read back. Okay, taxi via Sierra Alpha, hold short 25. That's any other information. If they're giving you weather information, you don't have to say all that. All right, so we got that out of the way, okay? So we already know where we are and where we might end up for a taxi, right? So we are ready. Not every server has ATIS information. But let me see, is ours up here? Nope. So yeah, you know where we are. So let's say you go on F10 map, you click the so F10 map. We'll go to F10 map, right? Let's find our plane. Click up here. It'll go right to you. We'll find our plane. This is where we are, right? It's Kobaletti. You click on this little marker here, and it'll tell you altitude, coalition, where it is, right? It'll give you coordinates to it, and it'll give you the TACAN to it, right? So we know we got 67 X-ray. This is where we need to come back to, okay? That's gonna be our airport. When we're done doing whatever we're doing, we gotta come back here, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So let me see what we got here and go back to F1. All right. And then we're gonna make sure that we're good. So we're aligning our GPS. I did stored heading. You wanna make sure that you do your parking brake. The last thing you do should be your parking brake. Okay. And you align. You hit your radar. You put yourself on INS ground, and you wait till this little thing right here says OK. So it's about to say OK in a second here, in 4 seconds, and then we're literally ready to go. Okay. So that's where I'm gonna make my call. We're gonna taxi. We're gonna at least let people know around whoever is coming in or whatever. If they're doing it correctly, they're on this frequency. Hey, I know I'm going to Kobaletti. I'm gonna go to channel 10 on COM 1, or at least use your little menu here and go to ATC and talk to Kobaletti, all right? And it'll tell you the frequency right there. If you want to put it in, let's say it's not on channel 10. Let's say this is the frequency. You click this to pull it out to check, and then let's say you want to type it in. You can type it in if you want. Blah 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 blah. Right? But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna leave it the way it is. But you can do that if you need to. But in the beginning, you should be worried just about getting taxied and flying the plane. Okay? When you start DCS, that's what you should be doing. Just fly the plane. Figure out how it feels. What does it do when I do? What happens when I do this? Right? You want to get those. You want to get an understanding of what the plane is gonna do and what you need to do to either maintain that reaction or react to stop that reaction. Or let's say if the plane flips upside down and you need to get it straightened out, you want to get it straightened out. All right, quick. I'm gonna make this call. It's real simple. Remember who we want to talk to. Kobaletti. Who am I? 300. Okay. Or you can make your own number, or depending on what server you are, if you're using a call sign, we can say I am Diamond One, right, or whatever, right? So yeah. So who am I talking to? Kobaletti. Who am I, and what do I want to do? I want a taxi. To what runway? Runway 25. Okay. Or you could just say taxi to active runway if you already know that. So that's what we're gonna do, okay, guys?
207, taxiing Cat 1.
Okay, you might hear other people talking, so these are the people who are in the server. This is the way I do it. This is the way I like to do it. Yeah, it's fun to have a predictable outcome. I think it's better to have an unpredictable outcome just because you're gonna get more out of it that way, I believe, right? If I make a mistake, right, I'm trying to do something, I have a goal, I planned it out. It's okay if you and this is the reason why I do it like this, right? It's okay if you don't get it done. Don't get frustrated. It's fine. Try it again. You know what I'm saying? But you have to make mistakes in order to understand what's going on, okay? That's basically my point, right? All right, so we're going to make this call. Kobaletti traffic 300, taxi to runway 25, Kobaletti. Okay? Simple call like that. All right? So we're going to taxi. All right? We're going to, as we're taxiing, we already know. Okay, so we got clear taxi to runway 25. That's basically what you're going to hear. What you're going to say back is going to be clear taxi to runway 25, blah, Blackbird 1 or Diamond 1 or 300, whatever you want. You want to read that back. Let them know that you understand that, they gave you permission to taxi. Obviously, I'm not going to do it because there's nobody there, but just to let you know. Yeah, so we got TACAN 67, right? So we go, make sure it's on, make sure on transmit receive, make sure you're on X-ray. Okay, so we got 67, we hit enter, and then on the HSI, you want to box in on the top left corner of the vertical numbers, push button 5, you want to box in that TACAN, okay? And it'll come up on your HUD with the distance and all that. Another important thing that we'll talk about in the future, but I want to let you know now just in case. Um, Waypoint 0, if you look at my essay, waypoint 0 will always be the place you started out at, whether it's on the boat or whether it's on the ground. It doesn't matter wherever you start, that's going to be waypoint 0, guys. So don't change waypoint 0. Waypoint 0 is going to be your last resort. I lost where I was. I don't remember the TACAN. I don't want to use the F10 map, or maybe there is an F10 map to check it out, right? To find it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go waypoint 0, box in waypoint, and it's gonna tell you waypoint W0 and how far it is on the bottom right corner. But you have to box it in, okay? If you are gonna change waypoint, start with number 1, and sometimes number 1 is gonna be bullseye. So maybe not try that. It depends. Depends on what you want to do. Is it important? It's the information on waypoint 1 in the current server that you are in, or the current mission. Is that important? If it is, you do not change it. Go to the end of the sequence. And I'll show you how to get sequences later. But yeah. So now that we're holding short, we taxied. We're gonna tell them, hey, we're holding short. We're not on the runway yet, but we're gonna prepare to get on the runway. Cobaleti traffic 300, holding short 25, lighting up 25 for departure. Okay, so now I just let everybody know, hey, I'm holding short. This is your time to let me know if I didn't see you. Hey, 300, let's say whiskey 1 is on final for 3 miles, 4 miles, whatever. That's going to tell me I'm not going nowhere until that guy lands, right? But there's nobody here, so I'm going to take the active runway. Cobaleti traffic 300 taking active for departure. So I'm going to let them know what I'm doing now. Alright. And it's simple comms. Obviously, they're going to get more in depth, right? But we don't have to worry about in depth right now. We need to worry about the basics. Build a foundation so that you can get to where you want to be. Okay? That's it. If you can't take off and you can't land, then that's a problem. So build your foundations, guys. Alright? So you know the airport that you're at, which is, the TACAN 67 X-ray, Cobaleti. Okay? And you're ready to take off, right? You want to make sure that you're thinking about familiarizing yourself with the area. At least it doesn't have to be super in depth. Just, there's a mountain over here to our left. And there's
Hornet 400, Tactic Cat 1.
couple mountains behind us over here. Bam, simple. You want to get this the relative information of the surrounding area for when you're coming back. You have a point of reference, because it's easier to get lost, right? So you'll have a point of reference to think about. Okay, I remember that lake. Okay, the airport is a little bit to the right of it, a little bit north, right? Those are informations you need to have. And even if you don't do it, right, you got the tack in. But just in case something happens. All right, so I'm gonna hold on the brakes. I'm gonna spool up 85 RPM, and I'm gonna hold this, and I'm gonna make sure that I got no cautions, and I didn't forget anything. That's important. If you have a master caution, the moment you spool up, you better spool down because you might have to fix that, okay? And this applies to real life stuff, right? You're gonna always do a pre-flight check. This is fast. What we're doing right now is really fast. doesn't happen this fast, but I'm pretty sure nobody wants to sit there and, wait 20 minutes before you fly, half an hour before you fly. So we run it up to 85. We got no master caution. Everything is good. We got a good jet. We're ready to fly. So I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1. Off the brake, going full mill. You don't have to go burner, guys. This plane is really good with taking off. Don't go burner when you take off. You're just going to waste your fuel. Okay? So we're going to rotate at 160 knots. Rotating nice and easy. Okay? Wheels up. Flaps up. And we're going to hold about, we could do 10 on the ladder. Get to 5,000 feet. We're going to hold 300 knots in the climb. Okay? 300 knots in the climb. And as I'm climbing, you see I'm looking around, landmarks, figure out what's going on where you at. This is a really good landmark. Look, it's a squished exclamation mark. Something you can remember, right? So you'll know when I'm coming to this airport or this area, there's a little lake that has it's like a squished little eye or an exclamation mark. And it's giving you a point of reference. Now, you know where you took off from. There's a runway over there too. Those are things to look out for.
Tower Hornet 400, clear the cut.
Okay? And then we would be, at this point, once we're established, actually, I'm just going to level out here. We're going to make believe we're established. We're good. We don't have to do anything else. We're going to contact departure and we're going to let them know, hey, I'm leaving from here, right? And I'm going this way, right? So at this point, you're talking to Kobaletti departure. You're already letting them know who you want to talk to and what are you trying to do, right? Who you want to talk to, who you are, and what do you want to do. So I want to depart to the north here. So I'm going to let them know that. Kobaletti departure 300 at 5,000 feet, departing to the north. Simple as that. So I just told them what I want to do. Okay? So I'm going to depart to the north. If somebody was on ATC, they would be letting people know, hey, they'll be splitting people up, making sure, hey, this guy's not the same altitude as this guy, and they're not going the same direction. It's not going to cause an in-flight uh, issue, right? Or an accident or whatever. But yeah, for me, it was a little hard to figure it out, right? So this is why I'm doing it. And I know there's a million videos out there, but this is my video. So yeah. So I'm gonna turn back towards the airport, and I can see my landmark. So you see, if you're looking back, you think like, wow, where is the airport, right? I already have a landmark to tell me, hey, it's in this direction. That's important, guys. Okay. All right. So okay, number one, we have our TACAN, right? It's showing up right on our heading tape on the very top over here. Okay, that's telling us, hey, we're going the right direction. Okay, but if you didn't have that, you just took off. The only thing you have, and a lot of planes don't have this. They do have GPS and stuff, but older planes don't. Unless they've upgraded. But yeah, you're looking at landmarks. You're coming back, and okay, this is where I just took off from. I'm on a safe altitude. I'm good to go. I'm gonna fly back, and I'm gonna look and make sure I'm familiarize myself with the area, right? How long are you flying, and what are you doing to figure out? Okay, I'm where I need to be. These landmarks. That's what's happening. That's what clicks in my brain at least. Oh no, we got 10 minutes. Okay. So, we have tack in navigation, right? You know, make sure your tack in is on. Make sure you click this on. Click the tack in you want to go to, X or Yankee, and hit enter, and that'll give it to you. Um, Again, familiarize yourself with the areas, okay? And just fly around that airport for a little bit. And once you get comfortable using the stuff and flying the plane, you know, work yourself to go further. Get out of the comfort zone. See what's going on. Also, try to do it without using the F10 map. Um, After I take off, I do not like to use the F10 map. Um, it just makes it more interesting to me, at least. And I'm not saying don't do it, but try it. Once you do that, once you establish yourself around the area you want to be, right? Um, we know we just go in whatever direction, go a little bit. So I'm just doing random stuff here, okay? Got 10 minutes to go, so I'm gonna get it done, right? So I'm gonna get about 15 miles from Kobaletti, right? I'm gonna get about 15 miles from Kobaletti, and we're gonna go land, right? So we're gonna let them know that we're coming inbound, right? So again, there goes back to the hey, who do I want to talk to? I want to talk to the airport, Kobaletti Airport, and who am I? Telling them who I am, whether you're a November whiskey niner niner two, whatever, right? Or Diamond One, you know, or 300. You're letting them know who you are, and they're keeping track of you as you're coming in, okay? So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do a straight in approach, okay? So it'll be simple. I want to talk about AOA and a couple other stuff here, and this is gonna be important also. On speed AOA, right? So um, we're gonna come right, nice and easy. Okay, we're gonna maintain 300, and we're gonna do once we get to 15 miles, we'll tighten up our turn to a 30-degree bank. Okay, once we get to the 30-degree bank, we're gonna turn all the way around. We're gonna continue turning around till we match the TACAN marker, which is here, the direction we want to go. That little line at the bottom is telling me, hey, you need to go right to get to where you want to be. Okay. Um, and that circle right there is where we want to be. Okay. That little circle is the waypoint zero. If I change waypoint, it'll go away. If I put waypoint zero, it's showing me where I need to go to be home. If you look at your HSI, right, you make it black. If you hit this mode button on the side, you'll make it black. This little symbol right here, the three-legged symbol, is your TACAN. That's where you're going. Okay, so we know that it's about 20 miles out. So let me start tightening up my turn here, and we're gonna maintain 300 knots. So for speed, 300, and it's gonna get us around. Remember, guys, the faster you're going, the harder it is gonna be to turn, or the tighter you're gonna have to turn. Okay, the slower you are, the easier it is to make a turn, right? Or the shorter distance you have to travel to make that turn. And all this stuff is relative, and it's important to know too, right? Because you'll know, hey man, why I'm turning and it's not turning as fast as it turned before, right? You turned before fast because you were at low speed. For example, a good analogy here, right? It's like being on the highway, right? If you're on a stop sign, right, you can turn your wheel all the way left and all the way right, and you're gonna be fine, right? If you're on the highway and you turn the wheel all the way left or all the way right, you're gonna have a big problem fast. But that's not the point. The point here is you're going faster, so it's gonna take you longer to make that same turn that you did, or that you want to do, uh, at 60 miles an hour. It's going to be a lot wider at that speed than what it is at 1 mile an hour. If that makes any sense, I don't know if that does, but if it do, I hope you understand what I mean. So right now we're facing towards our attack end. You can see the little lake on the side there. I know it's a lot of sun, so we're gonna look here. I can see the airport. Okay, I'm gonna call my inbound. Kobaletti traffic 300. Inbound runway 25, straight in approach for 12 miles. Kobaletti traffic. All right. And I said that a little awkwardly. My bad. I'm just focusing on this thing. But you could simply said Kobaletti traffic 300 inbound 10 miles straight in approach. Okay. and you're letting them know that you're coming in straight, and they know that you're not gonna do anything funky. They'll be able to tell if there's ATC. They'll be able to tell other people that are in the area to chill out, or take another route, go around, whatever, right? You gotta organize, prioritize flights. That's how it works with them. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that that's a part of how it works. Okay. Another thing to take advantage of, if you know that you're not lined up with the airport, turn left or right a little bit more and get yourself lined up. Don't wait until the last minute. You see, as you can see, the airport is over there straight, right? But I'm not going directly to it. I want to line up that airport so I can come straight in. So I'm under 250. I'm gonna bring my gear down. Okay, I'm almost at 2,000 feet. Okay, I got my gear down, right? I want to slow down. This is gonna slow you down a lot more. I'm gonna ease off so I can actually slow down even
Tower
more.
Hornet 400 on the downwind.
Okay, about 200 knots. I'm gonna bring my flats to half. It's gonna dip the plane down. Don't panic. Just trim. All right. Hopefully you have your button
Better
tuned.
hurry.
You want to trim, and you want to get the E bracket lined up with the your flight path marker or your velocity vector, whatever you're gonna call it, right? So I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna give it a little bit of power, right? And I'm gonna trim until it's in the middle, and then I'm gonna go full flaps. Okay? And if I need to trim a little bit more to get it perfect, I will. So just a couple of taps to do that. Okay? Now we're no longer pulling back or forward on the stick. We're only going left and right on the stick, and our up and down is going to be our speed or power, right? If I want to go up, I'll hit the throttle, I'll pull it up, it goes up. If I ease off on the throttle, it comes down. Okay? Really simple. It's simple to say. And you're gonna always get in the beginning. You're gonna get that. I want to pull the stick back. It's not doing what I want it to do, but you got to stop yourself from doing that because then it messes up
Hornet
your
400
on
on
speed.
final.
Okay. Kobaletti traffic 300, 2 mile final, 25, Kobaletti. Okay? So that's my last call. Hey, I'm letting people know I'm coming in. Okay? Also, just wherever you put that circle on the flight path marker, that's where you're going to go. Okay? Um, but yeah, guys, you're gonna want to pull and push on the stick, but you gotta stop doing that. Just put the flight path marker where you want to go. You want to go nice and easy, and if you're dropping too fast at the end, just give it a little bit of power. As long as you keep it under the horizon, you're gonna be coming down smooth like that. All right. Um, but yeah, you know, that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider giving me a like and a follow if you like what I'm doing. And you're always welcome to throw something down in the comments. Tell me how I'm doing, whether I'm doing good or bad, where I can improve. Obviously, feedback is always good, especially for a new guy like me. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. Yo, grind.